How would you like the dinner? Pretty good? Thank you, Fresh Gourmet. Very nice, very nice. So, the good news is we're all here tonight. The bad news is we do not have a speaker tonight. Our speaker let us know just a few minutes ago that he's got some medical issues with a nerve in his neck and he's at the hospital. So he will not be here tonight. I apologize. But having said that, we've got a number of announcements on different measures and things that are coming up. This isn't a political thing. It's more of an informational thing for everybody. So we're going to talk about a few different things with different people. And then maybe call on Jim Anderson for one nice, clean joke. Jim Andrews. All right. So, first I'd like to do a little introductions. We've got a bunch of people here with us tonight. We've got our board of directors, your board of directors, City Club. And starting off with over here, who's finally getting a chance to eat, trying to run down our speaker, is your first VP, Hunter Chang. Yeah, we have Hector and Linda at the other end of the table, your social department, social committee. We have Ed back here, and he is second VP. Stephen Choi over here. He's the guy that puts everything together that makes me look good. And Ed Yuri over here. He's our secretary. Nora's voice made it. She is our membership chair. Kathy Johnson is your arrangements, who gets all of this set up. Where's Kathy? Good. And that's your board of directors that are here tonight. All right. We've also got city. We have no city council tonight, which I'm a little disappointed. We almost always get some of the city council. But we do have some city personnel. We've got both police chiefs sitting over here in the corner hiding. We've got John Alcantara and Mario Rieta. We've got Felipe left already. Allison Walker. Allison here. She signed up. There's Allison. Hi, Allison. Ysidro Figueroa. He was here a little ago. There he is. Welcome. But once again, Kathy Johnson, right here, sitting. And your new treasurer for the city, who is Hillary Grola Leon. Hillary, right back. School board. Shelley. Shelley doesn't even need an introduction, does she? And Joseph Chang, he doesn't need an introduction either. They keep thinking the school board's going to go backwards, and then they're going to get into high school, and then they're going to get into grammar school. Not going to happen, guys. Linda's not here. She signed up, but she's not here tonight. Okay. How about past presidents? I call your name, just stand up real quick if we would, and hold your applause till the end. Al Bogue. Back in the back, Will Payne. Isaac Ho. Jim Angelos. John Morris. Kelly Ryan. Warden Mortimer. Tom Stanley. Wally Rosbaugh. Thank you, guys. Thank you always for the support of the bluff. I don't know that. We have any guests tonight? I saw some guests on our list. Can I see a hand with guests? Could you stand up and introduce your guest, please?
Yeah, I delighted that seeing and cover the wire floor share got a lot of severing now. Our cheer down and use the city and also to
welcome, Paula Stewart.
wine wise.
I thought I saw a couple other guests on our list. Anybody else who isn't afraid to stand up? Oh, we got one over here. There we go.
when I walked in here by these two guys, and they said, "Would you introduce us?" So I thought, I don't know who the hell you are. It's anything like that. I checked their names out, and then I got to serve because the voice for the student my few years. He's still okay because he had said anything about age yet. On the other hand, we have a veterans from the first class to say we're from Cuba, Godland, and that's the and from the first graduating class of 15 in high school, looking for illness. Well, and the his tight spare. Yeah,
Okay, we're going to go into some announcements now. Originally, I was going to make these very brief. So we're going to let them have a little more time. And let's start with the Chief and Chief, Chief Rueda and Chief and Control. And they will be cutting up. Tom Sandley also. Come on up, Tom. They're going to be talking about the public safety parcel tax that's coming up.
Thank you.
Good evening. I think I know most everybody, but my name is Mario Rueda. I'm the fire chief here in town. I just came on my 8th year in San Marino, and and that's the 44th year in the fire service. So it's not my first rodeo, so to speak. But I do find a number of things about this city to be very special. One is the public safety parcel tax. So this November, residents will be asked again to demonstrate their commitment to public safety. And my entire time here in San Marino, I've seen nothing but that demonstration of commitment by residents to both police, fire, and paramedics. And it is truly appreciated. I know by me, by the firefighters, by the paramedics, and the police officers. We truly feel it. So a little background on the public safety parcel tax. Since 1980, San Marino voters have chosen to enhance their public safety and approved a parcel tax to support police, fire, and paramedics. The public safety parcel tax has been renewed in every election with well over a 2/3 approval. And to me, it really is an honor to work in a place that chooses to place public safety in such high regard. I really do feel honored to serve, and I know the firefighters and police officers do too. The public safety parcel tax represents about 22% of the budget of both the police department and the fire department. It's $3.5 million that I feel we're good stewards of, and we definitely put it to good use. I know you're in good hands with the chief and I watching things, and we do watch things, including our bottom line, the budget. We're very careful with what you provide to us to run the public safety departments. That $3.5 million by law stays in San Marino. It's a local tax. It can only be used for public safety, so nothing else. And I'm going to turn it over to my partner, Chief Encontre. He's been a great partner. Invited me here when I first came, and it's been a real pleasure to work here ever since. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Pete.
Thanks, Chief. It's nice to follow my junior partner. I hit 45 years this past March. Some mornings I feel every minute of those 45 years. And it's been an honor to serve as your police chief for nearly 10 years. It'll be 10 years in December. I echo the sentiment that Chief Rueda brings up of how honored I am to be here, what a amazing opportunity it was to come here and to run and lead this wonderful police department and have such a great partner with the fire department. As Chief Rueda often says, we're just one team wearing different uniforms. His vehicles are a lot louder than mine, but anyway, so I get to talk about the fun stuff. One of the things that here in San Marino that we have that I can tell you honestly, I don't believe any of the other 44 law enforcement agencies in the county can say, but we have a 2.5-minute response time to any in-progress call. We're able to get anywhere in the city. And with the approval of council, we are able to deploy 32 officers. I'm at 31 right now, and I have 3 people waiting to go through the process, so we'll definitely be at 32 well before the end of the year. And that's enabled us to add the 2 motor officers. That's been able to have us, allow us to use the ability to respond so quickly and have enough personnel in the field available to respond to whatever is going on in the city. As you can see, I got a couple nicks on the top of my forehead. The dermatologist, while he was fixing me, decided to talk about crime and policing. I was very careful with my answers because of his scalpel and everything else. But he lives in the city of Los Angeles, in West Los Angeles. And I was an LAPD officer for 36 years. And he reported a burglary that was in progress. And it took officers 40 minutes to get there. He tried calling 911. No one answered. He was put on hold. And he had to call again and call again. So 45 minutes for a response time for crime in progress. I'm embarrassed. My son and my wife both work LAPD, so I'm embarrassed about that because that's not the kind of service. And we're fortunate enough to do that because of this public safety tax. And that also goes for the fire department. We're able to get to your home very quickly. We work in tandem to make sure that when we receive the call that we have notified the fire department, they're already spinning up the trucks and they're going out the door the same time that we're responding in the field. And when we work as a team to respond to medical emergencies, we're there to assist. We're there to assist family members while the outstanding firefighters, paramedics are able to save your family member. And they have done that over and over again. We also are really happy about using technology. This town, the school district talks about technology all the time. Well, we employ technology just as much. And one of the things that we've done is a few years ago, we had those flock cameras, and there's 40 of them now. And with those 40, we're able to respond quickly so that they will take a picture of the license plate of a vehicle. And with that license plate, it goes through the national and state system to see if the vehicle's wanted, if it's stolen. And we, more than anything else, we're able to get there before a crime occurs. We've been able to arrest the wanted person before they're able to commit a crime. We are able to stop them, and oftentimes they have evidence of other crimes in other cities. And several times it's been Los Angeles, so we got to help our old partners. But also, it just makes it a safer place. And so technology is extremely important. We're looking at a lot of different things. We now have radios that are interoperable with other agencies throughout the county, throughout the state, and with our fire department partners. We are able to send our officers to financial crimes schools because of the number of scams, the number of things that go on with the financial crimes. And unfortunately, that's probably our number one crime in the city is scams and other financial frauds that occur. And our detectives have to be specially trained. They have to have the understanding of what the crime's about, and they have to have the resources. So we're able to do that. The equipment that the fire department carries on their engine and on the paramedic rig. It is, again, because of your support, year in and year out, that we're able to do this. And I am so proud of working here and working for all of you. Thank you.
I would just like to mention that on your tables is a flyer that I prepared. It reproduces exactly the ballot argument that the City Council approved unanimously to place in your ballot that you're going to get first week of October. And it emphasizes the values that we have in this community, and it emphasizes the fact that this is not a new tax. It's a renewal. We first passed it in 1980, and I've been involved in the campaign since about 1992 or 94. I don't remember, a long time ago. But we have renewed it every time, and it takes 2/3. But every election, we have to worry about the new residents, and we have to educate the new residents that this is the way we do it in San Marino. It raises about $3.5 million and provides about 22% of their budgets. And I certainly like the services that we have got in our household. Last year, they arrived in minutes with the paramedics for to slip down the last 7 stairs of our 17 stairs between the first floor and the second floor. She broke her right clavicle and fractured 2 right ribs, but they were there, and they are also professional. This is the paramedics and the members of the fire department. And I will recommend to you something that I help them with. You know, they have an intake person who's getting all the medical records on the person who's hurt. And I was able to provide them, I have prepared for each of us a list of all of our prescriptions, all the drugs that we take, and all of the Medicare numbers and the supplemental health insurance numbers and allergies or problems that you have with various ingredients. So just hand it to Dave Cannell, the guy who takes all the intake. He's got his iPad or whatever. He's putting all this stuff in. But if you have a good list at home, you can just hand it to and save yourself a lot of time and save them a lot of time. They can get on with what they've got to do. Transported further to Huntington. We've been there twice with the courtesy of the San Marino Fire Department paramedics. They're great people. We got to get this approved again. We got to vote. Most of you here have been through the last elections and maybe several elections like me, but let's get this approved again. It's not a new tax. It's a renewal of the tax that we've been approving by 2/3 vote since 1980. And we got to keep it going. Thank you.
Little say it in us too.
Anybody have any questions about the parcel tax?
One in the back. Isaac?
On my tax bill, there's another line item called Trauma Emergency Service. Where does that line? And that's the last.
I'll have to look at mine. I don't know about that. Maybe it's a county.
That is actually a tax the county put. It's called Measure B, and it's used throughout the county. So very little of it actually comes to our city. But they do tax everybody. Good questions?
Good stuff.
Excellent. Thank you.
It's a question.
Not a bad start, right? Not. Although today when I talked to Chief John and I asked him to do this with Chief Rueda, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got a great comedy act for you." So I'm breathing easy now. All right, next up, we have Joyce, who gets Euless. The San Marino Women's Club would like to talk for a minute about a program she has. Hang tight, Peter. You're the closer.
Which are they both like? Okay.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. It's so nice to be with you all here tonight. My name is Joyce Getsulis-Batnij, and I am the president of the San Marino Women's Club. And I am here because in just a few weeks, when we head to the polls, we won't be just casting our ballot for president, for the next president, and our congressional representatives. We'll also be making decisions on key policy issues in California and in San Marino, such as rent control. We'll be asked to decide if the state can borrow $10 billion for a number of environmental and water projects. We will be asked to decide if the state can borrow $10 billion to improve public school facilities in the state. And interestingly, going along with that theme, the San Marino School District will also be asking us residents of the San Marino School District to borrow $200 million through bonds to improve our school facilities. As a city, we will also be asked if we residents would like to renew the public safety tax, as we've just been hearing. We at the San Marino Women's Club believe strongly in our civic duty, as do most of you, all of you, I'm sure. And we believe that these ballot measures and propositions are extremely important. And it can take time to understand these propositions. And that is why we have decided to host a ballot measures pro and con program. This is going to be a nonpartisan event that will provide unbiased information on the propositions on the November ballot. The League of Women Voters will lead the program, and they will briefly describe each ballot measure in a neutral manner and present pro and con arguments for each one. There will be some time for Q&A as well. And it is our hope that this will help San Marino voters to make more informed decisions at the polls. And in case you're wondering, this program is being offered as a public service to the entire, to all voters in San Marino and the San Marino Unified School District. And we fully expect just as many men to attend this event as women. The event will be right here in the San Marino Community Center, and it will be on October 1st at 6:45 in the evening. I have already started passing around invitations, but I will continue to do so. This is what they look like, and I will be making my way around to your tables to give each of you an invitation. And thank you to Bob and to Pete for letting me come and say these few words to you. Thank you, and we hope to see you on October 1st. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Is him 50%, 55, or 2/3?
55.
Oh, you're asking what is the percentage needed to pass Measure M? I've just been told it's 55. I am not an expert on these measures. That's why we are bringing in experts on these measures. But thank you. I'm sure that many people in the room wanted to ask that same question. What else can I answer? Okay, great. I hope to see you all on October 1st right here at 6:45 p.m. because we're the Women's Club. We'll be offering refreshments when you come in. And also we will be giving you a little guide to write notes on as you're listening to the program and maybe to notate your questions. So we'll see you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce. Quiet tonight, not many questions. Are you ready yet? Peter Coe to talk about Measure M.
That was a perfect segue from Joyce. So it's good to be back after the summer. My name is Peter Coe, City Club member since 2015, also past president of the Schools Foundation and president-elect of the Chinese Club. And I want to remind everyone that our Mid-Autumn Festival on November 2nd is coming, and I'd like to invite all of you there. Every year we give back $70,000 to organizations from the foundation to other groups. So I'm here to talk about Measure M, which is also on the ballot. So some facts. In June, after an 18-month comprehensive facility review, including site surveys of the 4 schools, led by a Citizens Facility Advisory Committee, the San Marino School Board voted unanimously to to place a $200 million facilities bond measure on the November 5th ballot. It is a no tax increase bond. It is a continuation of the amounts levied in the bonds from 96 and 2000 that will be paid off this year. Your property tax bill will not change. One comes off, one goes on. The purpose of this bond is to provide locally controlled funds to upgrade our schools, ensuring that they are safe and modern and continue to support high student achievement for decades to come. So if they don't replace this bond, the district will be faced with funding facilities out of the general fund with money that should be used for teachers and staff salaries and educational programs, which would lead to larger class sizes, fewer teachers, and a reduction in academic offerings. Very important to note, as Joyce mentioned, the state has also placed a facilities measure on the November ballot called Prop 2, which provides matching funds for school facilities upgrades across the state. As California taxpayers, we will have to pay for this initiative, but we will only be able to access these matching state funds for our own district if we pass our bond. What are the priorities of the bond? It addresses critical infrastructure and safety issues, leaking roofs, outdated HVAC systems. I think everyone here is aware that 2 weeks ago, Carver had to cancel class on Friday because air conditioning failed, and so the kids were sent home. Portable classrooms that are past their lifespans, updated wiring to support 21st century learning needs, safe drinking water, update student safety and security systems. Very important, accountability. There is an oversight committee which by law must include a person from a senior citizens group, a person from a bona fide tax group, a PTA representative, a parent with children currently enrolled in schools, and it cannot include anyone employed by the district or any consultant vendor or construction. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. Very good.
There will be a site tour. So there'll be 4 vans available at schools.
October 12th, there'll be a site tour of the schools. How do you get on that, or how do you sign up for that, Peter? All right. It'll be sent out to the City Club membership for those of you that are interested in touring the condition of your San Marino schools. All right. So now I'm going to invite a past president up here for a minute who has got a fun trip coming up he'd like to tell you about, and a little bit of history to go along with the trip. John?
One minute or 1 minute.
No. There was 1 minute. Little bit for 5. And see how long you can talk, John. No. No.
Thank you very much. I've been honored to serve you folks as an appointed official of the city of San Marino for 41 years, and 34 of those years have been representing you at the Metropolitan Water District. One of the director's obligations is to educate their constituents on water issues and what programs Metropolitan is doing. Sorry I hadn't heard from you first, but I have a state water project shared with the city of Torrance November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And it's going to be a fantastic trip. We take a bus to Burbank Airport, fly to Sacramento, bus up to Lake Oroville, have lunch up there, bus across the valley, go see the Sites Reservoir proposed, which is right across there, which will be very helpful for us operation of the state water project. Then we get beat feet down to Sacramento, and we've learned a little bit more from our staff on what we're doing, and we have a nice dinner. And then Saturday morning, we go through the Delta. And I don't know, how many of you people have actually been through the California Sacramento River Delta? Probably on one of my tours. But it's tells a lot about that. And then we have a farm agriculture proposal on this. So we then, after we get out of the Delta, we go to a farmer, and then we end up in Fresno, and then we go to another farmer, farming different crops, different things, that way they do it. And then we get home on Sunday afternoon. That's all the housing's taken care of, all the food's taken care of, and it doesn't cost you one dime. So I have sent out to 50 different people. A number of people here I know have seen them. I've entitled to have 18, and I think most I've heard today is I've got 6 or 7. So I need to fill that in. I need to help you folks learn. A little bit about Metropolitan Water District. It was formed in 1928. The city of San Marino was one of the founding members. And there are, that's what everybody thinks. There are 13 founding members. There were 13 members at the time of the election in 1931 for the bond issue. District was created in 1928 with 11 agencies. And with the adoption of the Parker route, 2 of those agencies quit because it wasn't going to work for them. So there's 9 remaining founding agencies. And then there's 14 cities in all, and 11 districts and 1 county water authority, responsible for serving half the population of the state of California, over 19 million people. Our board has 38 members representing those 24 agencies. There's a formula where it's we get 1 director. You get an additional director for each 5% of the assessed valuation of your district. And so that just adds up. Los Angeles has 4, San Diego has 4, Orange County has 4, West Basin has 2, Central Basin has 2, and all the rest have 1 representative. But when you vote at the board, and you vote in the committee where 1 person, 1 vote. When you're in the boardroom on an actual action item, you vote 1 vote per 10 million of assessed valuation in your district. That's a little known way of doing it. But like I said, the district was formed in 1928 and eventually grew to the last member agency to come in was in 1971, the city of San Fernando. They came in on an urgency because with the Silmar earthquake, they lost all of their wells. So they joined Met as the alternative service. Any questions on the tour? Any questions about Metropolitan Water District or your water? The tours are great. Thank you. Hope that makes it good.
For those of you that have not been on one of Metropolitan John Morris's tours, Lisa and I have been on a couple of them, and they're fabulous. The information, the service, it's a really fun 3 days. So think about it. And here's a trivia question for you. Anybody know where Highway 39 is? Arrowhead? No. Guess 39. 39 is actually right up Azusa Canyon, right? That goes over towards Mount Baldy. That's right, but that's not Mount Baldy Road. Highway 39 starts right at the border of Azusa and Monterey and Monrovia. So if you go up Highway 39, and how far is it, Lisa? About 2 miles up? We know because we cycle up there. There is a very large dam and a lake. And anybody want to guess what the name of that dam is, the first dam in the canyon? Morris Dam. So a little history on John. John, was that your grandfather?
I'm just about a damn Morris. And he would say, anybody is interested in his tour, look up my email address in your record, send me a message, and I'll send you the sign up.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Peter. Thanks, everybody, for your comments. I think that's bringing our meeting tonight to a close, unless someone has some pertinent information for our group. Mr. Bogue does.
What's happening tomorrow?
Didn't we talk about that? Where were you? I'll remind you again, we have a voters forum tomorrow, correct? Al's all over it. He is really good. He just keeps me in line, I'll tell you, about everything. And so voters forum tomorrow, 7 o'clock, over here in the middle school. Should be very interesting. We have Mr. Lehman back here. He is going to be the MC and asking questions. Mitch, thank you, as always. And that brings us to a close tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and have a good evening.